What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Lindsay's Life. Today we are going back in the kitchen and we are going to try to make chocolate lava cakes. And I've made lava cakes in the past, but I usually just do the undercooked method. But David found a new way where you use ganache and put it in the middle. So we're going to give that a whirl. So let's get started. So we're going to start with 6 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and bring that to a simmer and make sure it doesn't boil or burn. Any kind of dairy products start to boil and burn. They get really weird and taste really gross, so make sure that doesn't happen. And then we're going to add that to 2.5 ounces of bittersweet finely chopped chocolate. And I had chocolate chips that I had to try to chop. Get a bar, it'll make your life a lot easier to chop that up finely. Let that sit for about 3 minutes. You don't really have to do anything to it. You can cover it with plastic wrap. And by the way, this is a recipe that I got from Joshua Weissman, so make sure you check him out. His looked delicious as well, so that's why we're giving it a try. After 3 minutes, start to combine the heavy whipping cream and the chocolate, and I'll be honest, for a minute I did not know if this was going to come together, but it does. Just stay true to it, keep letting the chocolate melt, and make sure it gets all incorporated very well. After your whipping cream and chocolate is well combined, I decided to get my ramekins together, which it's suggested use 4-ounce ramekins. I didn't know what size these were, but they were the only ones that I had. So I took butter on a napkin and greased the outside of them, and then I went ahead to kind of flour the outside. I used cocoa powder since it was a chocolate cake. He didn't say to do this, but I have had lava cakes not released from these before, so I wanted to take that extra step as a precaution and do that anyway. In a double boiler, if you have one of those, go ahead and mix together a 1/4 cup of butter and 4 ounces of the bittersweet chocolate. I didn't have a double boiler, so I made one with a pot and a bowl. It works just as well, and it still had the same outcome. While that's melting, you can go ahead and start on the rest of the batter, and you start with 3 eggs, and you want to put those in a bowl and whisk them until they have lightened in color and doubled in size. After the eggs have doubled in size, go ahead and gradually add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Do that slowly so that it doesn't start making your eggs really wonky looking. Then mix in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I, again, didn't measure that. I just used the cap, put 1/2 cap full in there, and it worked. By now, your chocolate and butter should be melting and coming together, so go ahead and pay attention to that so that it doesn't start getting too hot or anything like that. Make sure it's well combined. Now add your egg mixture into the melted chocolate and butter and fold that until it's well combined. After that's mixed together, add in a 1/4 cup of flour and go ahead and make sure that gets well incorporated. After we finished the ganache insert for the middle, that was in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes or until set. Mine took a lot longer than that, so I actually put it in the freezer for a little while. Make sure it's nice and hard so that you can form a piece to put in the middle of the batter. Fill the ramekin part of the way full with your cake batter, then put the ganache in the middle and cover with cake batter again, and then that one will be ready. After you have all of them full, make sure you put them in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. I actually end up doing 17. It varies from oven to oven. After removing them from the oven, let them sit in the ramekins for about 2 minutes and then run a knife along the edge to make sure they're going to come out fully. Invert onto a plate and they should come out pretty easily. If you successfully get your cake out, be super excited about it because that was an important step. And here it is being cut open so that you can see the lava, the chocolate lava coming out of the middle of it. And just so you know, they were delicious. The only thing that could have made these better were some ice cream, but unfortunately I did not have any vanilla ice cream, but they were still absolutely delicious. This is a few more steps than the undercooked version, but absolutely worth it if you have the time and want to put forth a little bit more effort to it. You don't have to worry about as much if you overcook the cake, because the ganache is still going to be runny in the middle. Thanks for hanging out with me while we made these chocolate lava cakes, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace out.